Facebook TV customer, one of the 100,000 people, it's got a new service charge it's adding of £4 a month, £48 a year, mainly for multi-room, but some other features as well. It's automatically being added to everybody's bills. Call them up and opt out. So people who've not got multi-room, because they've only got a TV in one room, are still being charged this. Call up, find out what the service is about, and opt out if you don't want it. Okay. You should be able to opt out. You can't always opt out, but most people can. So that's 48 quid a year. Next really small one. If you download the free McDonald's app, then tomorrow you can go into most McDonald's and get yourself either a free hamburger or a free cheeseburger. That's tomorrow only. It's a simple one-off. And next, another freebie. Free PG Tips, a bag of 70 tea bags, a box of 70 tea bags. Here's how it works. You go onto the, I don't want to say the word, Veganuary website. We'll move on. After last week. You go onto the Veganuary website, there's a £1 off PG Tips coupon. You then go into Tesco's, Tesco Free Magazine, there's a £1 off coupon. You can combine the two, that's £2. And in Tesco's, it's currently reduced from £2.80 to £2, which means you get the entire box for free.
You
can coupon stack, it's called.
Is it coupons but not double couponing?
No, coupon stacking. Yeah, you can stack the coupons and you should be able to get it for free. And those are my today's quick deals.
3 lovely deals. You're not going anywhere though. All the deals are on the website as usual, itv.com/GMB.
And lots more from Martin after the break on his victory over Facebook adverts. You're watching Good Morning Britain on ITV. Martin Lewis has been fighting a battle against Facebook for almost a year over all sorts of things, including fake ads. And yesterday you reached a settlement, didn't you? What happened then? What happened?
So I had for a year over 1,000 fake ads with my picture and name in it, trying to get people to sign up to disgusting get-rich-quick schemes, which are scams. Things like Bitcoin Code, Bitcoin Trader, nothing to do with Bitcoin, just scams. And you'll know, I've said it before, I don't do ads. In fact, some of those adverts have pictures of me on this show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right, and pictures of you guys in talking to me on this show about them. So I couldn't do anything. I found that I was impotent on this scenario in trying to stop Facebook and other advertisers from doing it. So I sued them for defamation, which was the only legal route available for me. I have to be fair, after my first hour of the meeting with Facebook was a bit tetchy back 9 months ago, once I started to sue them, we started to work together and think, all right, what we need to do here, because I had always said this was a campaigning lawsuit. Any monies I got would go to charity to try and stop scam ads. So yesterday, we reached a legal settlement agreement. So as a condition of me dropping the case, what Facebook are doing is they will be donating £3 million to Citizens Advice Scam Action, which is a new section of that charity we're setting up just for this. Its job is to fight scams, prevent them, give one-on-one help to victims and one-on-one help to people who think they may be victims. It's not set up yet, it's launching in May, so you can't call it yet if you're worried, but it will be there. They're also, only in the UK, on the back of this, setting up the first scam ad reporting button. So if you see an ad, you'll be able to press a button and report it with a new dedicated scam ads team just to look at taking down scam ads.
Brilliant.
Not happening anywhere else in the world. There's a little bit, but my tone, you might hear it. It was reported yesterday that I dropped my lawsuit as if I'd lost. I have to say, had I gone to court, I might have got 50 grand, no button, and donated that.
If you won, yeah.
If I'd won. The biggest ever defamation lawsuit in British history in court is less than 2 million. This is 3 million to Citizens Advice and a new scam ad button, and I'm happy to work with Facebook. Others are still serving these scam ads. Those ads are still out there. If you see an ad with me in trying to tell you to part with your money, it is a lie. Don't touch it. They're being served by others right now, and I want to talk to Google. I'm extending an invitation to the boss of Google in the UK. Come and join me. Let's do this together as well, because they're serving the ads, and Yahoo and all the others. We need to stop this plague.
It is an extraordinary success for you, and you know, the sad thing is you had to sue them to get them to the table, to get them to understand the impact it was having, because I know that lots of people have lost an awful lot of money believing that these ads were real.
I tell you, Ben, the first I heard about it was a man who lost £19,000. And he contacted me to be rude to me because I thought I'd scammed him. And then when we tried to help him, he wouldn't let me help him because I'd scammed him. And then I've heard a woman who's lost over £100,000. And the one that made me cry, and it was on a BBC One show, to be fair, Rip Off Britain, they had a case of a grandmother whose grandchildren's parents had died. She was looking after them, and she had put the money for them, right, for the grandchildren, who'd lost their parents to one of these scammers, and she finished that piece by saying, "It's 'cause I trusted Martin Lewis."
Oh my goodness.
And that's why I sued them. Because I've spent 15 years of my life trying to help consumers and trying to help people make the right decisions. I'm not always perfect, but I do try and do the best. And these scams are still out there. And you know, there was a piece on Gogglebox when I got angry about it on a show and they showed the clip on it. Well, yes, I was angry. And I was rightly angry. This is not some prosaic, I'm trying to fight scams. These are real people whose lives have been destroyed. And they are destroyed, in some cases, because they trusted me. And that's why I did this. Now, I have to say, Facebook are now market leaders on this, having worked with them. I need to give them some credit, and I'm committed to try and reduce them. The boss, I did a press conference with them yesterday, said an interesting line. We have zero tolerance, but that doesn't mean zero occurrence. They will still happen on Facebook, but at least they've now got the systems in place to minimise it and minimise the funnel. And I want others to join, because these scam ads, and you'll be in them as well.
We have been.
It's like the whole case. If I'd gone to court, I would have stopped scam ads with me on Facebook. That wasn't the point. I want to stop scam ads, especially scam ads that use trusted personalities, full stop. And that's what the settlement was about, and that's why I settled.
But we can see how personal this is to you. And we can see how 9 months of your life, you're taking a huge company like Facebook to court, you have to sue them. And also the financial implication in that as well.
There'll be a cost potential.
So your legal fees, how much were your legal fees?
My legal fees were in excess of £100,000, but the settlement means Facebook are covering those costs.
Great.
You know,
so
that's another acknowledgement.
Yeah, listen, it's very nice. I'm rich enough that I could have afforded it, and I was in one of those people in a position that had deep enough pockets to do this. This is beyond the realms of most people to do, and I count myself as a campaigning journalist. That's what my job is. So to put my hand in my pocket to do this, I'm delighted I've got my costs covered. I have to be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
as it should be. But this button that we're going to have here in the UK.
So in 3 months' time, you see a scam ad on Facebook. You'll press a button to report scam ads with easy text. You'll tell them. Look, the truth is, this is how it will work. Facebook are proactively trying to stop scam ads. I've seen their systems. I've signed an NDA that I can't talk about them because I don't want to tell scammers how they work.
Sure. No,
right? So the systems should reduce scam ads. What happens now is when people see scam ads with me and they report them to me, well, I then have to report them to Facebook, and people put comments at the bottom of the post, all that good stuff. But now you'll be able to press a button. Obviously, if one person reports it, won't be as many as if 1,000 people report that it's a scam, because they're quite obvious. You know when they're scam. Any with me in, they're a scam.
Yeah.
Then
with us, and we can't advertise things. They're scams.
So you go to a Facebook team there will be a team sitting there whose job is just to look at these, and then they'll work with the new charity who'll be reporting the new scams and saying, keep an eye out for these. And it's trying a holistic solution. And I'd like other firms to join in and put their hand in their pocket and give some money to Citizens That Buy Scam Action as well. CASA, we're calling it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Brilliant work. Well done.
Well done. I think it's hugely important, and we've lived it with you, but we're delighted with the outcome. £3 million, like you say, is hopefully the legacy that's going to have a huge impact. That's down to hard work. Well done.
Now, still to come on Good Morning Britain, and starring in Call the Midwife to Shrek, the stage show. We're joined by Laura May next. You're watching Good Morning Britain on TV.